Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Elathrix, and of course, welcome to yet another video taking a look at the Gigastructural Engineering mod, where today we're going to be trying our best to spawn in and see the mechanics of the new mid-game crisis added by the mod, which is all about the Cat Empire. This is when that lovely world we found multiple times in previous playthroughs finally unites under their Kaiser and takes over the galaxy, or at least tries to, using their own attack moon. Apparently there is multiple steps to this, and I have been recommended by the dev and everyone else to not use a purifier species, so I'm very glad someone told me that, and the dev told me that a little bit later, because I was literally going to go with a devouring swarm of cats, which apparently would negate loads of the events. So yeah, we're going with the Cat Coalition, an oligarchy which is all about fanatic militarism and egalitarianism. All of the cats will be equal, all of the galaxy will be equal under our rule. Or perhaps under the rule of the new cats. Either way, cats. Other than the mid-game, we're also going to be taking a look at this, one of the other origins added with the mod, having evolved on a ring around the scorching heat of a molten world, dwindling water and food supplies have forced the species to leave their home system. This is one of the Foundry ring worlds, which I believe also increases the ship build speed of the main station in the system, though it's going to be interesting to see what happens when we spawn on this thing. It's certainly not going to be as strong as some of the other origins. That's you and you, but I think this will be decent, especially since I believe you get an alloy bonus. I'm going into this one completely blind, and we're going to see if this one is still completely viable against the big endgame crises which are added in the game, but not so broken as some of them. It would be nice to have a more of a challenge to begin with, but yeah, that's what we're going with. We are going to be fanatic militarist, we are egalitarian, we are rapid breeders, natural engineers, and adaptive, and it's time to take the cats and unify the galaxy. Not the most peaceful way of doing it, but we're doing it nonetheless. Going with all the standard stuff, this time I will have scaling difficulty on, just so our early aggression could be a bit more fun, honestly, more so than anything else. For those who don't know, scaling difficulty simply means at the very start of the game, the AI get no bonuses, similar to just the standard difficulty there, and then as it gets towards the end game crisis, so the end game start year, which I've put 100 years early, it will get more and more difficult, eventually going all the way back up to Grand Admiral. It just means early rushes are a little bit more viable, and a little bit less turtling is needed, at least for players of my caliber, which is not the best caliber. So, let's begin. Our main focus, of course, is just the mechanics of the mid-game. So I won't be spawning in the blockets, I also won't be spawning in the big enemy in the center of the galaxy. Those I can check another day. And I just want to see if the mid-game crisis can fight off the end-game crisis. Some people have said it can, some people said it can't. We're going to find out. Medium galaxy, we begin our hunt for cats. Hopefully they spawn in this time, otherwise I'll have to restart again. Hey everyone, Future Lathrix here, and today I'm not here to shill for the video, but just to say this video has become very different to what I originally intended it to be, because the cats are a lot more complex and a lot more intricate than I originally thought. I thought this would be a nice simple video, just quickly show off a new minigame crisis, and that would be it. But it turns out you can either side with them or fight them, and both of these different directions have a lot of layers to them, which it would just be a shame if I rushed that. So this video is going to be covering the spawning in of the Empire itself, how all of that works, all the different mechanics, the introduction to the species. There's still a lot happening, including little mini tanks which are adorable in space, a bomber plane in space. There's a lot which happens, but then I will be covering both sides of fighting them and being their allies in the next week or so, because well, I really want to go in depth with how that works, fighting off the crisis by their side, or trying to destroy them in time before the crisis spawns in so we can save ourselves. A lot happens, and I really do hope you enjoyed this video. And so we begin for our first attempt to try and find the mid-game crisis. So that means we are going to put them on guaranteed. So there we are, and we're going to have the standard difficulty, which is just that one there. You can make them incredibly strong, but no, we're going to go with the default because it's going to be interesting. And then we're going to have the portraits as lore accurate, because why not? We're going to make sure, yeah, so we can have it so the Eternium, if that's how it's pronounced, will not spawn in. That's in the center. So originally this wasn't going to be a full playthrough, and honestly it still might not be, but there's a chance it will be now, because I've just realised how much we need to get to the end game, or at least near, to see just how strong the main mid-game crisis will be. Yeah, if it is a full playthrough then, so be it. I certainly enjoy recording them, but hopefully we'll get to see just how strong they are early enough that we can decide if they would or wouldn't beat the Crisis. So we have our world. It has the Foundry Ring World thing, which gives us plus 25% alloys from jobs and minus 25% mineral upkeep. Also, my throat is really bad today, so I apologize if I sound a bit more weird than usual. Still though, that is really good, and I am really glad I went with the current ethics and civics. We have masterful crafters giving us more consumer goods and everything else, which of course would normally take up minerals, so I'm going to have loads of the artificers. And then we also have egalitarian, which gives us more stuff from specialists. So yeah, our foundries are going to give us loads of stuff. And we do have the alloy processing plant district, which gives us 3 metallurgist jobs. We also have industrial, which gives us both. Okay, so yeah, not super strong, but I imagine this would be quite good during a rush. I do love some of the smaller megastructures like this. Obviously, it's made with the Ringworld assets and a few of the other assets in the game, but I think it's fantastic. Plus, I like the lore implications as well. Just this entire civilization is just from a abandoned Ringworld around a molten world, which is there just as a factory. That's all it is. It's just a foundry. That's all it is, using the scorching heat and the natural resources of this molten world to make weapons of war. And that's where the cats evolved from. Maybe at some point they were pets, maybe they are the descendants of who was there before, and it's just from warlike cats in the past, but that's it. That's just it. You're just on this ring world. It's a factory. Now it's an entire empire. Okay, so this is just a normal world, but exofungus and hostile fauna, so plus 53% society research. I like that world. It's bloody deadly. There's poisonous spores and animals which really want to eat you. But if you survive both, boy can you be a good researcher there. The cats are here to save you from your dull lives.
Ground forces are dropping on target.
That was faster than expected because you had no armor, did you? Nope, that was a waste of transport ships, but still. We now have a little Gaia world. With these little jellyfish boys, who we are going to keep nice and safe and happy. We're not going to do anything really mean to them. Mostly because we can't. I mean, we could get rid of them. No, we're going to have full citizenship. Everyone will be nice and happy. And look, we have neighbours. So the start has been nothing really too much to talk about, just the standard expansion here. We've just grabbed everything we can. I've gone with interstellar dominions, we get lots of systems, since over here seems to be mostly empty, so we're expanding as fast as we can in every direction. So far, the starter world hasn't been anything that unique outside of the bonuses, but that has been fantastic, because it means I've been so far able to just attack every little enemy like the aliens just then, the amoebas, so my expansion is going very smoothly. That's pretty much it. And something I didn't mention earlier is that, yeah, we do get plus 5% ship build speed for having this shipyard. I don't know if that affects every system, if it's like a universal thing, but that's it really. Nice and straightforward, which is good, because this isn't meant to be the focus. The Empire is just the Empire. When the bloody hell did I call the leader Snowball? Archon Snowball, I can't remember doing that. I mean, it's adorable, but when did I do it? You know what? Sure. So, we have our precursor done, which is actually pretty darn quick. So we have the Cybrex Warforge for more alloys, which is really fitting for this empire. And then we have the birds over here. Now, originally I was going to be the bestest friends with these birds, but apparently the whole cat instinct thing is kicking in, and I'm going to horribly mangle them. Because they have a relic world right there. A relic. I need that. Tech is going to be hard for this empire right now, and that is a nice little techie world. So, I want that. It's not going to cost me all that much because of the things I've chosen, so I'm just going to get my fleet ready, and hopefully I'm strong enough to beat them. I mean, I should be. I am a fanatic militarist after all, and I do have enough of the rare resources to get everything because I won the events earlier. So, yeah, I'm going to make the claim. Gonna move my fleet on over. Gonna move my transport fleets over as well. Don't need all that much since it's only a very broken world. Gonna grab that now, then we'll go over their home world later. Now, originally I was gonna be aggressive with everyone I saw anyway, but I have all this space to expand to, so it wasn't that necessary. So I thought, oh, I ought to save up and be nice cats.
Completed.
Nah, gonna claw their eyes out, ain't I? So the answer was yes, the militarist faction could beat up the pacifist faction. I mean, it's not really a shock, is it?
Battle debris secured.
Well, we've made our way to the homeworld. We could climb it. Take a bit of bombarding, but not much. At all. In fact, we have ground forces ready. Oh, you buggers. Yeah. Should have put the claim down then. We could have potentially had the homeworld, but it's fine. We got what we came for. Which, of course, is a brand new world. Which is all lovely and ruined. Have some of the bird people as well. Sadly, same preference as us, so that's not a big bonus there. We do the collapsed spire we can break down there. Dense ruins, yeah, and we have a new archaeological site as well. So, yeah, overall, a very good war. We lost almost nothing. Just a few ships here and there. Wow, only one ship? What? Okay, I'm surprised by how little we lost. That's ridiculous. Yeah, scaling difficulty, fanatic militarists with distinguished admiralty, and then the edicts. Yeah, maybe I'm a bit strong. We found it. So that right there is the mid-game crisis in its baby form. Hello, fellow cat people. Well, I found Sol. Hey, Earth. How you doing? Yep, that seems to be how you're doing. Nukes, huh? Fun. I don't even know how, well, outside the fact we're much stronger than them, but they're going to accept vassalization for free. No need to go to war for this. Come on.
System reconnaissance completed.
Becoming friendly was very easy. Just sent over some envoys and they just wanted to be friends. There we go. So we can either make them a vassal, and then we can consume them later, or we could just make them our tributary, and they could feed us, and then that could feed into all the other wars we could do with things like the fellows over here, who don't seem to like us all that much. Parasitic or parasitic in a different way. I think I'm going to... Having 25% energy, 25% minerals is bloody nice, but we're doing okay. Honestly, economy, we're doing fine. It's our science, so... Yep, sure. You're going to be our vassal, so we can take over you completely later. Our fleets, however, are going to move over here, and we're going to go to war with the other fanatic militarists. Oh, actually, that's closer to your homeworld, so let's not do the original plan. Let's go with the other plan. Then as soon as we take this system, we'll go to war with them for something or other. The cats continue to be rather mean. I just thought, I think vassalizing them is the wrong idea, because they have the cats in their territory. And I don't know how it's going to happen. So if they just attack them like a normal crisis, that's fine. But I keep being told it's more like a normal empire, but with other rules. If they go to war with them, then they also go to war with us, which obviously isn't what we want. I might release them. I'll release them and go back to attacking them. Honestly, nothing lost. But yeah, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk missing out on some of the other stuff because of this vassal. It's not strong enough. So I really should have made it a tributary and just had it feed me for a while, but nope.
Taking construction complete.
So we've finished off supremacy, so now I've got all that lovely war doctrine stuff, so we're just going straight to war with these fellows, and we're trying to claim their home system. 52 population, that would be lovely, thank you. It's going to be difficult, though. I mean, we are stronger than both of them combined, but we are currently fighting two empires. Oh, that's miles. Never mind, we're fine.
Completed.
We're fine.
Science division report success.
Okay, how strong is that? Ground forces are very meager, so let's just... Where's the ground force? Oh, there's my ground forces a little bit further back. Okay, can you go that way and deal with that fleet? And you go this way and deal with this one. Oh, hello. So here's a new thing. An uplink connecting the starbase to the system's shipyards grants 8 shipyard slot. Whoa. And then plus 50%. Okay, so that basically gives you a really mini version of the mega shipyard. That is 10 shipyards. I like Corvettes! Look how fast they're being built as well. That is, okay.
Our pioneers
That's better than I expected it would be then.
Inbound
If I
message.
knew that, I would have grabbed the Starhold tech a bit earlier. I had a chance to, because we could just pump out ships now. With extra starting experience as well. Not
Science
bad
division reports
at
success.
all. Oh yeah, plus I do now have the homeworld over here. We're about to go to war to grab the homeworld off these people as well, so we have all the homeworlds. So it's now past the mid-game, so soon they should activate. I'm just here invading their homeworld and everything else. Just want to make sure they hadn't actually captured this world, and by the looks of things, nope, it's still very much there. Occasionally the moon just fires a little bit, you know, just does a little bit of fire here and there. Excuse me. The Kaiser has united the world. Over a decade of gruesome fighting, our outpost reports that in a surprising victory, the Imperium, led by Kaiser Cattail, has managed to unite the primitive world. Given the primitive's relatively advanced technological base, the fighting was particularly intense, practically resembling modern space-age combat. The Kaiser made extensive use of Project... That translates to moon cannon, doesn't it? I'm 90% sure as well. I mean, it makes sense. As well as a crude space force. And those are likely the reasons he was able to pull off this world conquest in the first place. With the planet united, the Katzans now have access to a much greater quantity of resources and manpower, and they are now working to consolidate their rule. Only time will tell what the Kaiser's next endeavour shall be, although the Imperium is likely to start looking outwards. Now, I did claim this bit of territory just in case. Now, I'm realising it's not really... there was no point in that, as I feel like we're going to lose that system fairly quickly, but there we go. Well done. Oh yeah, I can upgrade the robots now. That's lovely. Well done, robots. You're going to be faster built and cheaper. The Imperium has reached FTL, which means... Oh god, they're so much stronger than I thought they'd be. Oh ho! Yeah, they're ready. Hey, cats! Greetings, aliens. I am Duke Law MacArthur. Sent by our Kaiser to communicate with you. As you have no doubt noticed, our kind has finally achieved faster-than-light travel, and as such, we would like to receive proper ownership of our solar system. Our leader, the great unifier, Kaiser Cattail, has decided to offer you a deal. We shall give your kind 2,500 energy and 1,000 alloys in exchange for full control of the Jubileo system. We hope this sounds fair to you, but keep in mind that we are not afraid of fighting for our system, if necessary. Yeah, we'd instantly lose that. Now remember, we have spawned in the mid-game crisis a lot earlier than the default, but that would be a hard fight. Though, I mean, most of the strength is in the moon, so I imagine when they're split up, you could weather them down, but yeah, that would not be a particularly easy fight. But I'm more than happy to be peaceful with the cats. Wait, I thought I gave them different portraits. I had the... Because it was between these and the... The other ones. I'm sure I pressed the other ones. I'll look back at the footage. I definitely chose lore accurate, so that is... Well, it just didn't happen. Well, it's fine. A good deal, we accept. Excellent! The Kaiser will be glad to know your kind is cooperative. It is. Now, let's talk to you properly. The Cat's Imperium. Good day to you, aliens. Our military is monitoring this channel, so don't get too rowdy. Ooh. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. I'm gonna have a quick read and then say what I think I see. Okay, so we can make an alliance with them, which is our main goal, but we need to be elated in terms of opinion. Currently, we are neutral, indifferent. We can get all the way down to enraged, and there's multiple ways of doing that. We can buy some of their ships. It's very, very expensive, but there is a chance to increase the Kaiser's opinion of us. And no, the Kaiser Moon is not for sale. And then there's also... If I go back, we can send a diplomatic force over. This will cost us a lot of society research, a lot of unity output, and diplomatic weight. But every year, there is a 20% chance that we will increase their opinion of us. So we are going to do that. So there we are. Let's send our forces over just to Make sure they know we like them. Then we could also discuss land deals, but we need to have a border with them, which is a shame. If I knew that, because by the looks of things, that also increases our... Actually, no, does it? Now I'm reading it again. Actually, maybe it doesn't. Okay, I thought we'd also increase our friendship by doing that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so I'm going to save up some energy and then also start to buy their ships. I want to be an ally with them as soon as possible. And I want to help the cats conquer the galaxy. But first, we'd like to know more about your kind. The Kaiser would be glad to share the stories of the Katzens and the Flusian with your kind, aliens. What is it you'd like to know, including how the pronunciation of our world is? But let's start with this. Who is the Kaiser? The Kaiser is our great leader and faithful protector. He watches over our civilization, ensuring its development and prosperity every step of the way. Although his expansionist policies might be off-putting at first, everything which he does is for the greater good of all sapient beings within our empire and the galaxy as a whole. Oh my god, it's literally just the empire I made. Yep, diplomatic crusaders. He has brought great wealth and success to our civilization. Wait, am I actually classed as a diplomatic crusader? No, I'm not. I know that's a type of empire. That's all I was saying there. Absolute power, yet ensures that everyone can say something before making a decision, for he believes that the key to success is to remain adaptable and approach problems from many points of view as possible. He has brought great wealth and success to our civilization, ensuring that all species get elevated at the same level of development as us, and that nobody's left behind in our great quest to achieve the universal assimilation of all sapient beings into the greater Katzen culture and civilization. What is your species like? Oh god, there's a lot of text here. Okay, dyslexia, it's me versus you now. We Katzens are an obedient and ambitious species. With the assistance of a strong leader, the Kaiser, our kind has embraced militarism to an extreme degree, in such a way that it is no longer a mere concept, but our every way of life. Our culture, traditions, and even romance heavily revolve around warfare, and the military holds immense power in our civilization, in such a way that our nation is effectively one giant army. From a very young age, our citizens are trained in the art of armoured warfare, both in space and the ground, which is impressive considering you've only just really became FTL. Oh wait, no, you did have a rudimentary Space Force, so I guess actually no, it makes complete sense. I'm just trying to be a nitpicky person, apparently I failed at. So that every one of us has a fine grasp of the intricacies of modern combat. Conquest has been an integral part of our civilization since its very beginnings, and we dedicate immense resources to expanding our borders ever further, and spreading our culture and ideals across the known realms. How do you deal with conquered species? You might think of us as a brutal, oppressive species that mindlessly oppresses whatever populations we can get our paws on, but you couldn't be further from the truth. Indeed, we take great pride in our assimilation policy, where we ensure that all species, no matter their size or behaviour, are granted equal rights within our empire. The Kaiser believes that anyone can be a Katzen, regardless of their actual species, and thus we attempt to integrate new citizens into our culture and civilization as much as possible. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what we've been doing as well, so can't really point any fingers there. Great care is taken to curb legal inequalities, eliminate discriminations, and standardise education, so that the strengths and assets of each and every species may be bolstered to serve the Kaiser and our glorious cause to bring civilization to the known universe. What about the other races? Ah, Flusian, a beautiful world, which we made even greater thanks to grand architectural projects. We slightly drained a few seas and used the water to irrigate once barren deserts, transforming vast swathes of dry land into great pastures and fields. We cleared out hostile nature, replacing it with the perfection of civilization and sustainable nuclear energy. As for the other species, well, we ensured that they were seamlessly integrated into our culture and made sure to improve their lives as much as possible. Take those people, for example. These poor fellows used to live a primitive and squalid hunter-gatherer life before we dragged them out of the mud and into greatness. Their lifespans were long, but many of their young fell victim to illness and predators, and so we invented cures and obliterated said predators, so that they were allowed to prosper just as we did. The Kronks! These arthropoid creatures used to reside in manually dug nest cities that were often Insalubrious, basically seedy, rundown, not particularly nice, and unsafe. Yes, I did have to Google that. So we built them great cities modelled to fit their anatomy, so that they too may enjoy the fruits of civilization and modern life. Every species which we conquer, and particularly those from Flusion, is like a rock, which we then take great care to polish into a beautiful pearl that adorns our empire and the Kaiser's crown. So that is them. So yes, super heavy militaristic, not particularly cruel to those they conquer, but very assimilating. Everything will become them, is the goal, I suppose. I would like to buy some of your ships. It's going to be a while before I can buy more anyway. I wonder if there's a cooldown. Okay, so we'll grab those. An excellent choice. We'll have the craft delivered to your capital within the next month. Can I buy more straight away? Every 6 months. Okay, so we need to save up to do that since we want to... Oh, good, it actually gave us +1, so now we're cordial. So yeah, we want to get to 4 as fast as possible so we can do the whole alliance thing and see if that's any good.
Inbound message traffic.
Hey, we have ships. Ooh. No, because they're going to start asking you for territory by the looks of things, or attacking you, and I'm going to leave you to that. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I do have these fellows now on our side, which is nice. Okay, let's have a look at the new ships we just got then. There they are. Oh, they're like tanks! They are space tanks. Oh my god, they have... Okay, actually, that's pretty awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah, they are literally space tanks. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. I like these cats. Fractured felines. It's been several years since the Imperium entered the galactic stage, and it undoubtedly appears to be an incredible foe. From the outside, at least. Interestingly, recent diplomatic and espionage missions have revealed that most of the Imperium's population was content with the Kaiser's rule. Most, but not all. Indeed, Flusion is a diverse planet which, prior to being united under the Kaiser, was home to at least a dozen different nations, each with their own distinct culture and way of life. Most of them have either been erased or assimilated into the dominant Katsan culture, but there still exists some isolated and rebellious holdouts comprised of rebellious species from Flusion and their descendants. These rebels adamantly defend their ancestral ways of life and cultures, and staunchly oppose the Kaiser's attempts at integrating them into Katsan society. We have managed to identify 2 somewhat significant resistance networks within the Imperium. The Solakian freedom fighters, made up of citizens from the nation formerly known as Salakia, and as well as the Ezekianian Order? Ezekian? I don't know. From one of the other empires. Although their members are few and far between, they currently pose little problem to the Kaiser. We have determined that secretly contacting either of them could potentially help us in our struggle to finally end the threat. Resistance will be an invaluable asset to weaken the Imperium. Special projects, yep, able to support their struggle. Ooh, but this might cause the Kaiser's opinion to decrease if he finds out about our operations. No, this time we're going to be completely on the side of the Kaiser. And see how that leads into the endgame. Okay, let's buy the second largest of the ships. That should be here in a second. There they are. Love the designs on these things. Yeah, like planes. Love it. So what do you guys have? Whoa, loads of missiles. Beautiful. That's fantastic. Ooh. Why haven't you grabbed this system? It's got a planetary computer. Oh, I can see why you haven't grabbed it yet. Okay, never mind. Still want it though. We're closer friends now with the Katsan, although they still haven't made a move yet, which is surprising. They haven't attacked anyone. What are you guys doing? We're friendly now. Ah, there we go. Oh, so I could have controlled them. Wouldn't be a problem. Yet they've just lost some territory to the Kaiser. Well done, Kaiser. You scared people with the scary moon. Yeah, starting to get the feeling they might have to do another run at some point against the Katzens. Maybe let them spawn 25 years later to give us more of a chance. Or even just let them spawn straight away. Hope they don't spawn near me and just be a bit sneaky about it. Because now we have another event where we could go against them. We're not going to, though. We're going to be on their side, mostly. Do I not get to see it? I kind of want to see them. Sparse reports coming from the Imperium indicate that the Katzens have begun a large-scale deployment of their elusive vessels. From what our informants have been able to gather, these poorly understood vessels are seemingly able to dive into subspace in order to bypass defences and hostile fleets before re-emerging into real space in order to harass unarmed targets with long-range torpedoes. Although the Katzens were already utilising small experimental flotillas of them, it appears that these space submarines, goddammit, have completed their experimental phase and are now ready for mass deployment within the Katzen Space Force. I love it. I love this so much. It's so goofy in all the right ways. These vessels, if utilised properly, undoubtedly have the potential to shift the tide of most wars in favour of the Katzens, and unfortunately details regarding their inner workings are few and far between, which precludes a remote analysis. However, our researchers are confident that if we were to destroy some of the crafts, we might be able to salvage enough scrap to conduct a detailed study of their internal mechanisms. This would enable us to develop countermeasures to these vessels and ensure they are unable to simply bypass our defences by tunnelling through subspace. Okay, I mean, we're not going to, once again. Want to be allies with them, and the stronger they are, the happier we are, to be perfectly honest.
Science Division reports success.
Okay, I just bought one of their cruisers. There it is. Where? Oh, there it is.
Inbound message traffic.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense. It's a ship. Actually, that's a fantastic design. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's really cool. Very expensive for its strength, but super cool. Okay, we can now negotiate an alliance. An alliance, you say? Considering the good relations between our species, I am sure the Kaiser would be more than happy to forge a powerful military alliance of your kind, aliens. We'll get back to you with a more detailed alliance treaty within the week. Ooh, the treaty organization. Kaiser Cattail has sent us a diplomatic transmission regarding the formation of alliance between us. This alliance, which he dubs the Flujonian Treaty Organization, has the following terms. We may not declare war on each other. We will have to join every conflict the Katzens engage in. Oof. We will be able to call the Katzens to our aid whenever needed. Less oof. We will enjoy a higher degree of military, scientific, and economic cooperation. The Kaiser will no longer demand land from us. In exchange for military protection, we will lend 5% of our navy capacity to the Katzens. We are free to decline these terms, but doing so would decrease the Kaiser's opinion of us. The Kaiser may revoke this alliance if the opinion should ever drop below 3. Together, we will never be defeated.
System reconnaissance completed.
So we are now allies. I wonder if it goes further than that, though. I'm hoping so. I'd like more details than just that. I wonder if that's upset people. I mean, I'd imagine it probably would, honestly. We've just sided with a crisis. Oh, you don't care too much. Okie dokes. So this is where I'm going to be ending the video, so I do hope you've enjoyed, and I will be releasing both the attacking the Katzen and allying with them as soon as I possibly can. So this save will of course be used to ally with the Katzen. I will then start another save, just ignore all of that first 50 years and jump straight into fighting them with a different empire. So I really hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff, helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. The Cats will be returning as soon as I can possibly record it, because I've already started recording one of them. Thank you for watching, have a lovely day, and do take care. Until next time, a goodbye. And the DLC soon, which will be lovely.